right here in ConsumerBreak, we have a game called October QuestBreak. So this happens every month, and on the last day of every month, I do a walkthrough. So you guys can all get the passwords at the last day of the month, even if you don't solve them, give you a chance to get in there. It's been a lot of fun doing that here on stream and making a race out of the first 20 people to get posters. So you're able to start that, and then the puzzle images themselves are, here, let's open the first one. They're all in landscape because we actually created these in 2020. And at that time, there was only landscape puzzles. There wasn't portrait at that time yet. But if you look at this image, oh, I'm on level 15, whoops. If you go to level 1, it'll tell you right here, it'll say, step 1, save all of these puzzle images to your camera roll so you can look through them easy. Oops. Right? That's all you need. Your goal is to figure out passwords to input in your app menu's private game entry. If you're correct on any password, a secret puzzle will open up to play. To save the images, you can screenshot them as you solve each puzzle, or you may download them from a Google Drive folder linked at consumerbreak.com/quests. Tap the link on this level to go there. There are 3 quests and a secret break to unlock. Their starting point and more details are at level 5. So if you solve this first level, it does give you a link. Right there, it says download images. Oh yeah, you can still solve all your attempts, try to get a better score for sure. For sure. And then that takes you basically to our website. So what I'm going to do is put that on desktop because it's a lot easier. And you guys can do the same thing whenever you solve these. If you just go to our website, ConsumerBreak.com, go to QuestBreak, then right here's all your images, but you can hit this big button that says download images. Boom, opens up a Google Drive folder. It just says downloading pieces on the competition level. It could be an internet thing. Try exiting the app completely and trying again, and make sure you have a good internet connection, because that's basically what's going on during downloading pieces. But sometimes it could freeze up, so just try restarting the app. All right, and then if you click on these, boom, there's your images, all 15 of them. And I'm just gonna go through them right now. Quest number 1. So I'm gonna put my head up here, my floating head. And get this centered up right. Yeah, something like that, right? All right. So there you go. So now it tells you earn a pack of sketch card NFTs by solving any of the 4 unlocked puzzles, which we're about to do. First 20 players of each earn a poster NFT. So here it says start at level 5, so we're going to start at level 5. Here's your starting instructions. I'm going to try to sort of breeze through this. So if you were to solve these by yourself, it will take a lot longer. It's a scavenger hunt. So you see all of these pictures are collage images, and they all are riddled with clues all over them. You see, there's clues all over the place. And you're going to, and there's 15 pictures too. Can't get under 30 seconds. Yeah, that's very difficult to get under 30 seconds. It's expert mode. Don't feel bad if you can't get that fast. But you do get better with practice. So maybe you can work your way down to 30 seconds with practice. All of these pictures, all of these levels are branded images, as you can see. They all gave me permission in 2020. They all have links inside the app if you wanted to like check them out. So that was really nice of them to let me use their content. And then we also have fan submitted photos. That's what this is here, and that's what that is. These are all fan submitted photos, so that's fun too. Oh, you got 35 seconds. That's not bad. That's a lot better than average. Average is 45, so you're already better than average. And I hope you dig it. I hope you keep on playing. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So if you were to solve this by yourself, it would take quite a bit of effort and time. That's why it lasts a whole month. Something to give you, work your brain a little bit, solving clues, chisel away at your boredom a little bit. But I'm going to do it very, very quickly. I already know where all the clues are, so I'm just going to speed run through everything. If anybody has questions, throw them in the chat, and we'll be done with the speed run pretty quick. But if you were stuck on a clue, then this would be a way to see how you're supposed to solve it. My times suck, but I play all the time. It was a lot of fun doing the full quest on your own. Wow, well, thanks for saying that. Thanks for playing. Yeah, and the cool part is you don't have to be good to win. You do not have to be good at the puzzles to win. All you have to do is solve the puzzle. You can take 10 minutes to do it if you want. Alright? And you will enter into all the giveaways. One entry into all giveaways just for solving. And if you have a break pass for our P2E games, you can ask for it in Discord. You can earn a free sketch card just for playing, no matter what your score is. Any point in following along now? You can see how this is done if you want. That's what we're doing now. You can see how this is done anyway, and I'm going to reveal, because the games end tomorrow. They end tomorrow. So I'm going to reveal 4 passwords. If you want to stay tuned and solve those password games, you can earn then. So that'd be a reason to stick around if you want. Alright, let's go ahead and move forward, because it's going to take a hot second. Quest 1. Well, it says, for Quest 1 and 2, follow the clues in sequence, starting on the ones at the right. Each clue leads to a spot in the images that has your next one. If you hit a dead end, you made a wrong turn, you need to back up a couple clues and try again. When you get to a spot where there is no next clue, think of it, but you know that you're in the right spot, and you're going to see how this is done when we get there. Think of a password based on the clue that you're on and input it in your menu. And you will get puzzles along the way that have your next clue on them. So you'll need to continue until you get to quest unlocked. Okay? So here we go. Quest 1 says it's an item-based scavenger hunt. All of the clues will have a preposition that says where to find your next clue. Next to the, above the, on the, etc. So for your first clue, look on the camo shorts. And it says, hint, it's on level 2. Alright? The secret break does my head in. The secret break is always the hardest. So on level 2, we see camo shorts. And there it says, on the snowy mountain. So that's where our next clue is going to be. And that's how this works. It's just like a follow the clues, scavenger hunt type of thing going on. Alright? So on the snowy mountain, we keep looking. Here's our snowy mountain right here. So now it says on the sleepy cat. So now we need to find a sleepy cat. We're going to do another grubfish after this quest. Something like 10-15 minutes. Here we have numerous cats. One of them appears sleepy, right? The one with the eyes closed. So that should be where we go. I stayed up way too late. Decided to try starting them. Finally had to get some sleep. Word. Well, it's a month long. Actually, it's not a whole month because I don't get it up at the start of the month. But it's at least several weeks that you can do this. So here on the sleepy cat, we see on the jetpack. So let's find a jetpack. Here's a jetpack. So next we're going to go above the steering wheel. And as we go, they get harder and harder. I have them kind of ranked on how hard they are to find. Here's a steering wheel right here. And you'll notice that there's only one spot with any of the items. So you will not find another steering wheel. And if you do, sometimes it happens, sometimes it does. But if you do find 2, they're going to have the same clue on both. That way it doesn't lose you. So you are in the right spot if you find the item. So here above the steering wheel, it says below the key. So now we need to find a key. And right there's a key hiding right there. So now we see right of the caterpillar. Right of the caterpillar. I see Shalem in there. Absolutely. Shalem is a local hip-hop artist. A local rapper. Didn't manage to do quest 2 yet. Well, you're about to learn. Alright, so then we have the key, then we had right of the caterpillar. The caterpillar's over here with all these nature photos. We have a caterpillar right here. And it says on top of the bird cage. So let's go to the bird cage. Here we have a bird cage. I'm flying through these, flying through them. If you were to do this on yourself, might take you a little minute. On top of the bird cage, it says below the white horse. We're diving into the rabbit hole now. This is a rabbit hole. Below the white horse. Here we have some horses. Here is a white horse. That is a white and brown horse. So that's not one you would go for. There's also no clue or nothing below it. Here's a white horse. Below it says on the penguins. So now we need some penguins. Here are some penguins. Right there. They say above the right paddle border. What does that mean? A paddle border? Should probably find a paddle border. If you don't know what any of these are, you can just throw them into Google. In Quest 2, you'll find that we will be using Google a lot more because there are riddles there. Quest 1 is just items. Here, these guys, these are paddle borders. There's 2 of them, right? One there, one there. And it said above the right paddle border. So the right paddle border would be right here. And that one says below the ballerina. So that's where we're going next. If you were to follow that one, the left paddle border, that says left of the frog, that would take you to a dead end. Like that one. So you have to follow directions. Still 2 slots open in Quest 2 to get the free poster. Everyone who finishes gets a sketch card, absolutely. So we're up to 18 on Quest 2, eh? Oh, man. All right. Well, what did it say? It said below the ballerina. What's up, Downtown Detail? Shouts. Shouts, brother. Yeah, we do have a grub going, so go ahead and join the Grubfish. So, a ballerina. Here's a ballerina over here. This image has all sorts of stuff in it. So, at the top right. So, below the ballerina would be on the propeller. On the propeller. So, now we should probably find a plane. Like that one. Has a propeller. There was also a plane here. But there's no propeller here on this plane. See? See what's going on? Got to follow directions. Here's the propeller. On the propeller says, below the happy sun. Below the happy sun. The break pass is in Discord. You have to be whitelisted. So, I think the best way to get that currently would just to go in Discord and ask for it, and then I'll help you out after the stream's over, because I have to make you whitelisted. You have to fill out the form. So there's a form right there. That's your whitelist form. You'd have to fill that one out. And then once you have whitelisted role, then you can get into the channel to get it. I know it's several steps, but we have to have whitelisted people with break pass. That's how it goes. All right. So the propeller said below the happy sun. Here we have a sun. This sun looks happy. Yeah, I figured would wear a funny hat in the spirit of Halloween and a floating head. Oh, booga, 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 booga. Right? So below the happy sun, we don't see a next clue there. We don't see a next clue. We just see a skunk. So this is the instance that happens during quest breaks when it's password time. When you know you're in the right spot, because here's the happy sun, but below the happy sun, there's no next clue. So you're going to put input as a password answering that clue, meaning below the happy sun, skunk. No next clue there, so skunk is your item. That's what you're going to put into your password. We're not actually done yet with the quest. We're actually only about half done. But if you went now into your puzzles, because it's password time, you would put in skunk. I already put it in. And that's going to give you puzzle 1A. You're not actually done. It doesn't say quest 1 submit. Okay, submitted form. And you're in our Discord there. Let's see. Lukey Lux. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to whitelist you right now. And thanks for doing that. And now you should be able to hit NFT drop links and the channel. So if you're whitelisted, you're able to go to this NFT drop links channel, okay? That's where you're going to go. Scroll all the way up, and then there's your link. That's your link for the break pass. $3. It is $3. But once you have it, you're able to earn on the P2E puzzle games indefinitely. Free stuff. This is just to keep all the cheaters out and stuff. We have to do that, but that's how it works. If you need any more help, just ask later, alright? If you put in the password of skunk, it says right here, next clue on this puzzle. Next clue on this puzzle. So, you're going to have to solve the puzzle. Actually, you don't have to solve it. You can just hold the view image and you can look at it. And then, that has your next clue on it. So, you're not actually done with Quest 1. And this is going to happen with every Quest 1 and 2 moving forward. I know the past several months they don't have that. That's because it just started during this month in 2020 when we actually designed all these. And all the months moving forward have these puzzle 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. So you will have to solve puzzles along the way like this one to get your clues. You don't actually have to solve them. There's no prizes on them. That's how you do a speed run right there, y'all. That's how you do a speed run. Yeah, puzzle, that is the Break Pass public link, but nobody can use that link. You have to use the keyed link that's inside the Discord channel to actually be able to get it. So that public link is there, Nefty, but you won't be able to get it. Even if you're whitelisted, you still have to use that Discord link. Alright, so what did it say? Did we even read it? You can also just hit the I button. The password was skunk, but we're not done with Quest 1 yet. So here it says, you're on the right track, keep going. Your next clue is on the strawberries. I actually found the 2A while working on Quest 1, didn't fully understand the naming. Okay, no problem. Okay, good, but you know now. I understand it can be confusing because this whole game style was kind of just created as an experiment. So it's like, sometimes it's hard to explain new things. And that's how it goes. The channel is called NFT Drop Links. NFT Drop Links. If you're whitelisted, you should see it. Alright, so let's move on. We're not done with Quest 1 because that skunk puzzle said on the strawberries. So let's keep it going. Here we have some strawberries. Right there, at the right. At the right, right? And it says left of the music word. Left of the music word. What does that mean? The music word. Well, that's a good question. What does that mean? You have to kind of use your head a little. So we do have a puzzle that has music stuff on it right here. We have music notes. Music and different, here's some more music notes. But then here we have the actual word music right here on the shirt. So that's what I'm going for. The music word is the music word. Get it? The word music. Left of the music word says below the meatballs. That's where we're supposed to go next. If anybody solved these in a different way, let me know because it's interesting. So here we have one food image. It's got a bunch of tasty, delicious food here from the East End pub. And this is a meatball sub. I know it's kind of hard to understand that these are meatballs, but that's part of using your head. You have to think about it. These are meatballs on the sub right here. So below the meatballs would be right of the candle. Let's find a candle right here. Right here we have a candle. So next we have left of the water wheel. The water wheel will be right here on the level 2. It's hiding behind the woodpecker here. That's the water wheel. So we have above the mermaid. Above the mermaid. Oh, you're fine. Slowing the stream down. I love that we have new people that are interested. So that's awesome. I appreciate you asking. And also let me know. I didn't know that you couldn't get that. I might have to like redo the drop link or something like that. Something stupid. But above the mermaid. Above the mermaid. The mermaid would be over here on level 14. Right there. Right in the center we have a mermaid. Above the mermaid we have a clue right here inside the mouth. It says between the hearts. Between the hearts. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you're excited. Absolutely. I hope you really dig our collection and also the collabs. Not just our collection, but the collabs. We want to get players playing those weekly games. That's going to help us recruit more collabs and sponsors. So right here on this picture, I know this one's a little tough, but that's because we're close to the end of Quest 1. We see a heart shape right here in the windows, right? Right here. And then also there's a blow up of that same building, and we see the heart shape right here inside the windows, the window lights. So between these two hearts, bam, bam, you have this clue. Left of the Sandwich Range. Oh, 100%, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And all of our collabs are Wax projects too. And when we grow more, there'll be hopefully other types of sponsors. But every week is a Wax project collab. We're deep into the Wax ecosystem. We've been interviewing them, AMAs, all that, and it's been a real time. They give us prizes. That's the coolest part. Even when we don't have a ton of players, they give us prizes. Traditional brands do not. They do not. They need high play counts before they sponsor. So shouts to all the Wax projects that love doing collabs. All right, we're almost done with this one, y'all. Left of the Sandwich Range. That is a weird place. Yes, practice breaks are they're just for practice. Yep, that's just to get the hang of the game. Yep. Well, we have some sandwiches here, and I get that how it can be confusing, but if you look through all the pics and really study them, something should jump out at you. That's how some of these work. You just have to kind of keep looking until something jumps out. We actually have a sign right here, and it says Sandwich Range. See that? We have a sign right here, and it says Sandwich Range on the sign. So that's what Sandwich Range is supposed to mean. Left of that says Right of the Stones logo. Right of the Stones logo. Let's go ahead and utilize Google for this one. Stones logo. Oh, it's the tongue. Okay, it's the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones. Their logo is this tongue. It has another name too, but that is close enough to understand what we're looking for. So that same logo is right here on the shirt. You see it? You see the Stones logo? So we're going to Left of the Cherry Cupcake. Left of the Cherry Cupcake. We're almost done Quest 1. Get your password fingers ready. Left of the Cherry Cupcake. Let's find that. The Cherry Cupcake is right here. Right there. We see the cherry, right? There's actually a cupcake here as well. This one has a cherry on it. So we're going to go with that. Cherry Cupcake. Left of that is a unicorn. And no clue. There's no clue. But there is a unicorn. So what does that mean? It means it's password time. So go ahead and put the password of unicorn into your app. That's still not the unlock clue, but it is the final clue is on this puzzle. So let's solve that bad boy. Yeah, we have multiple puzzles now in quests. And if you put in the password of unicorn, this is the puzzle 1B. That's right. This is 1B right here. That puzzle will give you your last clue. So let's solve that real quick and see what's on there. Should I be speed solving every one of these? They're a little bit harder too without multicolored borders, which I guess I kind of just did on purpose. That's how they were in 2020. We didn't have the multi-borders. Ooh, that piece is tough. Oh, come on now. There we go. You don't technically have to solve these puzzles that have your next clue. Like I said on the last one, you can just click hold the view image and you'll see the clue, or you can click on the eye icon for the info. But I figure I'd speed solve it anyway for you. All right, our final clue says left of the mushroom. Left of the mushroom. Oops. So let's look through here one more time. Let's find a mushroom. And we're about to solve Quest 1, which actually already has 20 people, so the posters are already claimed. But you can earn a sketch card pack if you enter this final password. The mushroom is right here. You see it? You see the mushroom right here? Left of the mushroom, we don't have a clue, but we have a swing. A swing. And that's your password. Quest 1 password is swing. Swing. Let's go ahead and solve that one. And it doesn't have to be a race because we already have 20 people. Alright. And we're going to do a grubfish next. Woo! Spooky Halloween! So, if you haven't already, join the grubfish as well, alright? Alright, skis? Let's see what this swing puzzle looks like. So if you put in the password of swing, you'll get this one. And all of our passwords our puzzles are themed after the password. So looking at the full image, I have here a puzzle that's themed around swing music. You like how that was done? Swing music. With a few varying facts about swing music in here. If you turn on your audio, you also have some nice swing music playing. And matching sound effects. So that's pretty cool as well. But yeah, anybody new, you could go ahead and solve this right now. And you don't need a break pass. And you will earn a sketch card pack. Only just for solving it. You'll get one sketch card for a score of over 40 seconds. You'll get 2 sketch cards for a score of 30 to 40. And you'll get 3 sketch cards for under 30 for the pros. And that's your best of 10 also. So you can keep doing your attempts and get a better score. And that best time score is the one that we'll be counting. You're going to be all knowing after this game. Heard that? Yeah. We like to be educational. Through these quests and through the AMA collabs, and then also our trivia streams are very educational. We love learning. If you guys want to show up to Wednesday's streams, that's a fun learning experience there. They'll just random trivia. We do all sorts of things. So there you go. We're going to move on to Quest 2 next. Shouts to everyone that solved this. We already have 25 people in here. Most of which solved the quest on their own during October. And then some of you solved it right now, just now. Either way, you'll be getting your pack of sketch cards by tomorrow. I do it all after the stream. So by tomorrow, and I will reveal who the first 20 people were after this grubfish, who will be officially our poster winners for Quest 1. Alright? Alrighty-o! Give me a second here. I just want to do a couple things. Well, never mind. Alright, last call. Last call to get in the grubbers. The password is the same as it's been, so you'll get 2 sketch cards for first place. 1 sketch card if you get 5th, 10th, 15th, or 20th. Last call to get in this bad boy. And we'll get into Quest 2 next. And let me pull up already real quick. I will, while you guys are grubbing away, I'll figure out the first 20 players. All right, here we go. A good luck. So when I'm saying the poster winners, that's your first 20 players, your first 20, not your scores, not your top 20 scores, but your first 20. So there's already There were already 20 players before we started the stream on Quest 1. So, anybody here on the stream is not getting a poster from that quest. But Quest 2 and the CritterCraft don't have 20 players yet. So those ones, you could potentially get a poster while you solve here today. Quest 1 and 3 already have their claimed first 20 players from the people that solved on their own. That's kind of the incentive to get there earlier. But like I said, everybody gets sketch cards. So that's fun. And like I said, Arlo too, you need quite a bit of sketch cards to build your collection. You need 5 of the same sketch to get the base. But if you're here in all the streams and you solve all the puzzles, there's a lot of ways to win free ones. Also, Digicon's gonna have a whole bunch of ways to win, so there's another place to be. All right, congratulations. There's still a point in you trying to get a faster time in the quest. If you can solve below 40 seconds, between 30 and 40, then you'll get 2 sketch cards. And if you can manage to get a score below 30 on any of them, you'll get 3 sketch cards on each one of them. So there's an incentive if you wanted. Faster times is more sketch cards. So if you score below 30 seconds on all 3, if you're in between 30 and 40, you're getting 2. You can try to go, yeah, if it's too hard, it's too hard. I got you. Well, in that case, you can just stop. But if you wanted to try, you can. For those that get below 30 seconds on all 4 quest puzzles, and also the Halloween one, that password one too. Don't forget that. Password of Halloween. That's going to be 3 times 5. That's 15 sketch cards for anybody that does that. And then also the Grubfish. So there you go. There's a lot of ways to win. All right, let's see what we got. Oops. Let's see what we got. All right. I'm lagging over here. Devera, you got a pack of 2 sketch cards. Downtown Detail. Lukey Lux. Look at you. You got yourself a grub win too. Dairy Milk Cab Cow. And BDAO got a pack of 1 sketch card. Congratulations. You can go ahead and rejoin the grub. We're going to do Quest 2 next. Digicon is on November 18th through the 20th. November 18th through 20th, and I will absolutely have more announcements as we get closer. We're organizing what we call a Digi-Train. That's where we're going to connect back-to-back all the events at Digicon all day long. And we're going to raid into each event, with Twitches and booths. That's going to be interesting and fun. I think it'll be the first time we organize something like that. So we'll see how that goes. A lot of the booths have prizes too. All right. For the first 20 players of Quest 1, Raid Train. That's right. That's right. The first 20 players. Oop. Wrong one. Oop. Boop. Of Quest 1. In the order that they solved it, we have, and these will be a random epic poster, a random one. It won't be a pack because I'm not doing pre-minted packs, so you'll just get a random one right into your wallet tomorrow. Caspiar, Lemuel, Cody Bear, Nika, Horstman, Sean BK, ASR164, Donna, Randman, Old Mankey, P-Lie, Bentley Johnson Jr., Fat B, Ninja Princess, High Riser, Scythian, Ringo, Danielle, Be Happy, and Lightning. That is our first 20 players. Puzzled Puzzler is the 21st player. Goodwin Raff, Demi Berlin, Lukey Lux, Tissues. Goodwin Raff. Oh, he solved it this morning. I was like, are you in here? He's the guy from Orchid Hunter. I was like, you in here? He solved it today. But no, he hit it this morning. He got it on his own. Anyway, well done. Well done. And you guys will get your posters tomorrow. The Grubfish, you should be... Did I get you? Oh, I got it. You put in your wax whenever you hit play. So I have your wax. You should be putting in your wallet address after every time you put in play. I know it's like an extra step to paste your wallet, but that puts it into our form every single grub game. And that makes it simpler. Alright, so we have a Quest 2 to go through now. Without taking forever. Let's see what we got here. Now, Quest 2 does not have 20 players, but it's close. So it looks like we have 18. So 2 people that solve the final password game here on the stream will get a poster NFT, in addition to the people that already solved Quest 2. Alright? But we're not there yet. We have to figure out all the clues first. Does it still work when it says link deleted? What's up, CritterCraft? I don't know, because when you put in an address and it's one of those .gm ones, is that why? I don't think it does save it when that happens, but which CritterCraft, if you're the creator of this game, so if that's something you can fix, by all means. But if anybody wins that doesn't have an address saved, I'm still gonna like whisper you and stuff to try to get it. All right, so but welcome CritterCraft Gaz. That's the creator of Grubfish right there with us, who's a wax person. Yeah, okay. I think I remember Longhair. Longhair has a wax address that's a longhair.gm, and he entered using that, and it said link deleted, and then it didn't save it. So yes, CritterCraft Gaz, I believe if it's a .gm, it doesn't save it. So maybe you might want to look at that. Yeah, and we'll have CritterCraft also on a collab at some point too. We like the changes, by the way. We were just mentioning that earlier. You have a few changes to the looks of the grubs. Anyways, just want to say we love it. I've been using it every single stream since I started. So we've been playing Grubfish every single stream that I do giveaways. I guess trivia's not. Other than trivia's. So awesome. Thank you for creating these games and being a wax project. It's awesome to support a wax project while doing stream games. That's awesome. Quest 5, or no, level 5, Quest 2 says, Quest 2 is an escape room style scavenger hunt. All of the clues will be in the form of a riddle that leads to an item that's found in the images. You may need to use Google to help on some. For your first clue, Pickaday, and then your hint says that is the scientific name of a woodpecker that's on level 2. So these are all riddles. You're going to have to solve the riddle by thinking of an item or something that is the answer to the riddle. Then you have to find that item in the pick. So it's like an extra step from Quest 1. You have to solve the riddle, find the item that fits, and then your next riddle is on that item. Oh yeah, absolutely use the tag. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, set wax. You know, we could probably set wax as well, but where I just do grubs, they all show up there. I don't know, it works. Alright, so here we go. The clue is Pickaday. If you were to Google that, for example, we're going to be using Google too. It tells you there. That's the woodpecker. Alright? So you're going to go... Oops, not that one. You're going to go to the woodpecker. Here he is on level 2. Now it says, you're missing your hood, bruh. You're missing your hood, bruh. And then it tells you, see level 12 for another hint. So it tells you at least. That's your last hint, though. That tells you, hey, look on level 12. Okay, let's go there. And then it's like, oh, here we have a car with no hood. So that's going to fit that riddle. You're missing your hood, bro. You get it? So it's like some of these are just kind of jokey, and you just have to look at what there is and find something that fits. Other ones would be a specific item that you might need Google to get. Things like that. All right. So that's how this works. It is quite a bit harder, but you'll learn how they're solved right here. So slug in a shell is your next clue. Slug in a shell. That should make you think of a snail, right? A slug in a shell should be a snail. And here we have a snail. So that's how we're going to go to that one. That's how you go to the next one. Here we see, point to the next clue, please. K, thanks. What does that mean? That can only mean one thing. Somebody has to be pointing at a clue. There's nothing else. Granted, I guess this ballerina is kind of sort of pointing to this clue, but we're looking for something more specific. Somebody pointing to a clue. And here we have people pointing. Look at that. This woman here is pointing directly at this clue. So that's the goal this time. 35 seconds is the best for quest 1. No problem. You'll be getting 2 sketch cards, and that's a good score. So keep on playing. Also, these are all landscape, and our regular puzzles are portrait. And it could be easier to solve in portrait. I think it is. I think it's easier and feels better to solve in portrait. That's our standard. But the quest ones are landscape because they were already made prior to going portrait. So here we see that's a pretty big stretch. That's a pretty big stretch. Well, what's a pretty big stretch? We have a puzzle here that's got stretches on it. And that one there, there's no denying that is a pretty big stretch. Grind our game, that's what I'm talking about. Fun fact, this woman here that's doing these stretches is the same woman that's over here that pointed to the clue. That's the same person. Heli Pilot Lay and Lay Yogi Pilot. She's a pretty badass woman, I must say. She's pretty awesome. She's in Alaska and does all these crazy photos. Do you play on a tablet or on a phone? I play on a phone. Some people play tablets. Some people get an emulator and play on a computer. In my opinion, the smaller the screen, the faster you'll be because it's less drag time. But at the same time, you'll see more detail on a bigger screen. So, yeah. Yeah, the overall is about 45 seconds. Oh, really, CritterCraft? Oh, well, great. Welcome. This is called QuestBreak, and we do it every month. And on the last day of the month is how I walk through it. So here we have, and the first quest that we already finished was all items. So you see left of the frog, below the ballerina. Those were items. Now we're doing riddle scavenger hunts. Think you can catch up? What would that mean? Think you can catch up? But then it was like, catch up is also capitalized. Catch up. Catch up. Catch up. Catch up. I'm already hooked. So glad someone rated you. And I followed. Fantastic. So glad. So glad. Whoever brought you here. Shouts to the WAX streamers. Catch up. Literally, catch up. Catch up was capitalized. Think you can catch up. Catch up. Here is our little tub of ketchup right here. That's where you're supposed to go. These get harder as we go. This one says, a sign of peace. A sign of peace. Well, do we all know what a peace sign looks like? There's 2 types of peace signs. There's this one, right? Peace, man. And there's also the actual symbol that looks like a circle with the lines in it. If you find either one of those, that should be a sign of peace. And if you keep looking, we actually see it right here. This is the peace sign right here on the van. All right. So the next clue will be directly above it. And it's kind of faint, but it says the first place to use electric lights is what it says. The first place to use electric lights. And if you don't know, that's a Googleable one. First place to use electric lights. Wabash, Indiana. That is not what the answer was in 2020. Come on. First place, first city. How was it worded? Huh. I swear that should be Cleveland. Why is this all saying Wabash, Indiana now? In 2020 it said Cleveland. I guess this was a doozy. I guess next year I have to find another clue for Cleveland. Here. City of Cleveland became the city of light. Was the first city of light. Well, there you go. Sometimes the Google fools you. I don't know. 2 years ago in 2020 when we made these, the main answer was absolutely Cleveland, Ohio. Like it says down here. But I guess apparently Wabash, Indiana has since been recognized in 1880. Oh, wait a minute. What was the Cleveland one? Oh, yeah, 1879. So it's either one of them. Cleveland was the first city of light. All right, so this was a doozy. All right, if anybody is confused by clues, why you solve them on your own, we actually have a channel right here. Submit picks or not submit picks, but quest clue help. And like during the month, because the next one's gonna go up in a week or two, right, for November. And if you ever get stuck, just throw it in this channel and I'll help. This is a great example of, I can't find Indiana in the picks. It's because it's supposed to be Cleveland. Bing shows Cleveland, says Randman. Okay. I saw one city name in the images that stood out, so I just tried it. Okay, that would be a fine way to do it too. All right. So there you go. Let's move on. That's 1 year from today, if we use these same quests, because we did the same last year too. I'll change that clue up. But we're going for Cleveland, which is right here. The big word says Cleveland. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Apparently Bing says Cleveland. It also said 1979, where that Google said that Indiana one was 1880. Dun dun dun! I think Cleveland would be a winner by a year. No point in starting October QuestBreak. Do you mean the actual puzzles? You don't have to, because there's no prizes on the actual QuestBreak game. But there's prizes on the password ones that we're revealing. So those are the ones you do want to solve. You don't have to solve that 15 level one because there's no prizes. You'll get these images is what you'll get. Okay? It has to be this giant Cleveland. Alright. Known by Japanese Mario as Teresa. I don't know. Let's try that one. Japanese Mario Teresa. Oh, look. The ghost. The ghost Boo is called Teresa in Japanese Mario. That's what the Googs tells you. The Googs tells you that Boo's name is Teresa. So when the clue says known by Japanese Mario as Teresa, we're gonna look for Boo. We're gonna look for the ghost. And Boo the ghost, or Teresa the ghost, is actually hiding right here. This is Boo. I know it might not literally be the one from Mario, but it's close enough. See how this goes? It's close enough to the Boo from Mario. So our next clue will be invented on 6/16/1884. Another one we don't know. Learn some today. Invented on 6/16/1884, was it? Yeah. The roller coaster. On June 16th, 1884, the first roller coaster in America opens at Coney Island in New York. Coney Island. So we're looking for a roller coaster then. More Grubfish after Quest 2. That's right. We're almost halfway there. So here on this picture, we got roller coasters and Ferris wheels and whatnot. So here's a roller coaster. Not the Ferris wheel. The roller coaster. And it says, either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. And then it's like, exclamation mark, who said it? Oh, here we go back to the Googs. Either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. And it says Ben Franklin. That's a quote by Ben Franklin. The quest released every month. They're monthly. But where I do everything, and we have a lot of other stuff going on, I don't usually get it up in the first week. So probably in a week or two, the November quests will go up, and they'll last until the end of November. So you'll have a few weeks to solve on your own if you want. And the last day of November, the last day of November, I'll do another walkthrough too. All right, so let's move on. We're looking for a Ben Franklin then, because that's who the question mark is. Is there a Ben Franklin in the images? Well, you guys know that there's money that has Ben on there, right? So what bill has a Ben on it? The hundos right here. Right there is a Ben Franklin. Right on the hundo. There's your Ben Franklin. So now our clue will be used to be called the Pendletones. All about them Benjis. That's right. Used to be called the Pendletones. There's a lot of Google ones in this quest. Used to be called the Pendletones. And here we see the original name of the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys. Used to be called the Pendletones. Alright? And if you studied these pictures a bit, you'll already know exactly where to go. Because we have the Beach Boys in the pics. With a big sign. You can't miss them. Right here. Bottom left. We see the Beach Boys. So that is our spot now. And now we have a clue that says surrounded by cats. Alright, surrounded by cats. Maybe we should go back to the image that has cats. And then here we have surrounded by cats. What is surrounded by cats? This area, right? We got 3 cats. And there's no clue there. But there is a butterfly. So what does that mean? It's password time. We're going to put in the password of butterfly. But that's still not quest 2. That's just puzzle 2A. That means we're about half done. If you put in the password of butterfly, you'll come here to quest 2, or puzzle 2A. And puzzle 2A will have your next clue on it. So if you saw that guy, landscape again. Bum, 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 bum. And now we got a butterfly on the images. And our clue. Oh yeah, look at that speed run, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And these are just for kicks. If you don't want to solve these, you don't need to. You do need to get your next clue from them. So it says quest 2A. Your next clue is $17. Def worth it. $17. Def worth it. And then it's like, hint, look through East End Pub's menu. And it even gives you a link. EastEndPubCharleston.com. You know what? Let's do that then. EastEndPubCharleston.com. And then it was like $17 def worth it. Maybe we should look for a $17 item. Would that be a good place to go? Right? We're clue solving now. We're clue solving. I made you go to somebody's website. Fun fact, this is an awesome pub in Charleston, West Virginia that's co-owned by my brother. So there you go. Highly recommend. So here we have a $17 item. The East Ender. A massive double burger with 2 9-ounce patties. Over a pound of beef. Topped with bacon, fries, cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, and our special aioli. served with a large side of fries or chips. Well, now what do we do? Well, we know that there's an East End Pub puzzle image, right? So maybe we just need to find this item. The massive double burger. Alright? Let's see. Let's see what we got. Boom, bada boom, 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 boom. Find the... There we go. And here, right in the back, we see a massive double burger that's got fries literally in the burger. It's hard to tell how big this thing is from here, but it's literally like that big around. It's like, and then it's like this tall. It's like a huge, huge, huge burger. So that's why it's $17. And then your next clue is written right on the burger. So N41470 is your next clue. What the crap does that mean? Right? Looking at this image definitely makes you want some pub food, let me tell you. N41470, what does that mean? N41470. You don't really get much on Google. You do get something about aircraft. What does images show us? So you do get something about helicopters. Here, this helicopter says it on there. Let's go back to our images. Do we have any aircraft? There is helicopters here. So I guess that could be a little confusing. But we actually have an aircraft here. This one here, this plane. Look at that. It says it right there. N41470 says it right on the plane next to Shalem. Next to our local rapper. This is all from a music video too. Renegade. You can check that out if you want. But this is the area we're supposed to go. We're getting hard now. We're in the second part of the quest 2. And it says tweet your favorite song. Tweet your favorite song. So what would that be? No clue. We have songs over here, but why would it say tweet? We should find something about Twitter probably, right? If you keep looking, find something that fits. At this point, you just gotta find something that fits. Right here at the very top right, we see a bird that kind of looks similar to the Twitter bird with a music note. Tweet your favorite song. So that's where you're supposed to be. And then there is no next clue there. That could be confusing as well. But you should notice a silhouette right here, right? You see that silhouette of a person that's stretched, that's like doing a handstand? And then that should be familiar that is a silhouette of a person that's on the other image. So that is actually your clue. Again, this was all experimental 2 years ago, so I can see why this might make you think it's password time. It's actually not. You need to go find this lady that's making the silhouette for the next clue. If you do that, go back to the stretching puzzle, and you see that pose right here. That same exact silhouette pose is right there. So your next clue should actually be 4 landings up. 4 landings up. We're getting our way there now. As soon as Quest 2 ends, we're going to have a poster race, a puzzle race, and another grubfish. 4 landings up. Now, what does that one mean? Well, if you don't know what a landing is, maybe Google would help. An instance of coming or bringing something to land, either from the air or from water. Here we go. A level area at the top of a staircase or between one flight of stairs and another. That's what a landing is. Okay? So it said 4 landings up. So we should be looking for some kind of stairs. Holy moly, look at that tower. Anything else like that? Nope. Nope. Look at that tower. It's got stairs and it's got landings. And each landing has a clue on it. And if it's not obvious now, all of these clues lead to a dead end. Except for one that said 4 landings up. So let's count landings. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's our fourth landing there. It says J Loop North. J Loop North. That's our next clue. If you were to follow any of the other landing clues, they take you to dead ends. So now we're really digging deep. We're using our brains. But guess what? 18 people did it. So 18 people did it. It's definitely possible. J Loop North. What does that mean? Another one that makes not much sense. But if you remember back to the sandwich range clue from Quest 1, it was written on a sign. Maybe we should look for something similar. And sure enough, on the same image as well, we have a sign right here. And it says J Loop North with an arrow pointing to another clue. J Loop North, another clue. So here we go. Let's keep going. We have a few more clues left for Quest 2. So get ready. This one says Colin Davis Star Cop. Let's go back to our Googs. Colin Davis Star Cop, was it? Yep, Davis. Not Davis, Davis. What's that give us? It says Trevor Cooper as Colin Davis, Star Cops. The actor for Colin Davis is Trevor Cooper. And if you looked at all the images, something should bounce out because the name Trevor Cooper is in the images. So now, like I said, we're getting hard now. But if you Google that, you should find out that Trevor Cooper is an actor. And then if you look through the pics, you will see Trevor Cooper right there, written right there. Now, why is it written right there? I don't know. I don't know why it's like on a shirt or something. But that's how the clue got here. All right, it's Trevor Cooper. So our next clue is Little Red Riding Hood. Better watch out. Little Red Riding Hood. Better watch out. Yeah, I am going through it quickly. Yes. It would take a long time. It would take hours and hours to actually try to figure out the clues. I'm not actually figuring out clues here. I'm just going to where they are because I know where they are. So it's an hour long. You guys that solve them all, Nika and all you guys, how long does it take you to do like all the quests? Like numerous days? A week? 2 weeks? So we'll see how hard November is when we get there. Little Red Riding Hood, better watch out. That should make you think of a wolf of some kind. A wolf. And if you look through them, here on level 14, we have a scary wolf. See the scary wolf? Kind of resembles a wolf from Red Riding Hood. That's our scary wolf. Better watch out. We're a few clues away now. A few clues away from solving Quest 2. We'll do another grub. So our next clue here, this is another hard clue. Super hard clue. A black crow, which is in quotation marks too. A black crow from Creation Labs. A black crow from Creation Labs. What does that mean? A black crow from Creation Labs. And we see here that Creation Labs is a record label and Black Crow is a song. Oh, you had to go to bed. This is a hard clue. This is a hard clue. And we're almost done. Then they get harder towards the end. So this Google is telling me that Black Crow is a song by Mitchell Tenpenny. Creation Labs is the record label. So if you put it into Google exactly like it was written, you should see that Mitchell Tenpenny is the singer. And then what does that mean, right? Well, if you look through the images once again and look for anything that kind of fits the part. You only did part of it? Yeah. Those results wouldn't show up unless you put it in like that, I don't think. So that did make it hard. And we see here on the music puzzle Mitchell Tenpenny is right here. This is him. He's got his name right here on the album. So this is where that clue should have taken you. Imagine Google never existed. Well, I certainly wouldn't know how to write a bunch of clues if Google didn't exist. This is how we do our trivia too. So this is really fun during Trivia Wednesdays because it's 10 questions back to back and you're allowed to Google. You have a whole minute to answer and you can go to Google and figure out the answer, and that's how we do it. And we learn stuff every time. That's a fun time there. And you can earn sketch cards there too for solving the trivia answers. There you go. You can earn sketch cards, and also if you solve all 10 correct, you can get $1 if you want. All right, we have a couple clues left here. So this one by Mitchell Tenpenny says, Enterprise, Columbia, Challenger. What would that mean? Let's go back to the Googs. Enterprise. What was it? Columbia and Challenger. And we see these are all names of space shuttles. Sleep helps to think more clearly. Nice. These are all names of space shuttles. So what we should probably do then is look for just a space shuttle. That'd be the obvious logic thing to do here. What's up, Oga? Yeah, we're gonna do another grub soon. This is an escape room, but this is an escape room inside images. That's correct, which you can do right from your own phone or from computer. It's a collage image scavenger hunt and escape room. Right here on this level, we see a space shuttle. It's hiding behind the stork there, but it is there. Sup. It is there. And that says the Starflyer towers above. We're almost there now. Nice, just got trick-or-treating with the kids. Nice. I'm wearing a funny hat and a floating head for the Halloween spirit as well. Oh, boogie, 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 boogie. Oh, boogie, boogie, boogie. Am I right? I think I lost my background too. Let's pull that up again. Where you at? Where you at? Background. Weird, maybe it got deleted. Anywho. Oh, nice costumes. Nice. Alright, I need to move on, I suppose. But I did have a kind of a cool background too. I'm just going to put on this map. Alright. So it said that Starflyer towers above. So if we put that in, the Starflyer towers above, or just a Starflyer to see what it is. Mummy and Zombie. Hey, if you solve the Halloween puzzle as well, the password is Halloween. Make sure to do that too, and you'll see a nice little collage of costumes of fan costumes. Here we see that the Starflyer is a ride in Orlando, and it looks like that. Alright, that's what the Starflyer looks like. So we need to find that in the pictures. Awesome, 35 in that one as well. And we keep going, keep going, keep going, and we find the Star Flyer right there at the top left. That is that ride. Right? That is the Star Flyer. So that's where we need to be. And it said the Star Flyer towers above, and there's no clues around it. So it looks like it's towering above a flag with no clue. So what does that mean? It means it's password time! It means we made it to puzzle 2B. Alright. Oh no! Old Mankey, why would you do that? And you can go join the grub. Join the grub. It's open, so go ahead and do it. We're going to do that next. After we solve a couple puzzles here. So, if you go and put in the password of flag, you'll get puzzle 2B, and that will have your final clue on it. And then we'll get into the race for posters. Oh man. Here we go. There we go. Oh no, I'm just speed solving through these anyway. Just to show them. These ones also have all audio on them. You could turn up your volume for some music and sounds in all of these. There we go. Now we see that clue forming. Am I right? There we go. Your final clue is, what does the cat play? Your final clue is, what does the cat play? If anybody can already go ahead and figure that out really quick, you can do it before I say it. But if we go back here, and if the clue is what does the cat play, we should probably find a cat playing something. We did have these cats here, but what does that mean? What are they playing? I don't know. That's a tough one, right? Here we have another cat. What's he playing? Not much. Here we have a cat, and he's playing a banjo. A banjo. Your password is banjo. Go ahead and do it real quick. Go ahead and do it. Quest 2 password is banjo. It plays push things off the table. I heard that. Go get those last 2 spots. Solve the password puzzle of banjo. That's right. Let's go get them. And we still don't have 20 players. We still have only 18. So I'm going to go ahead and solve it. And I hope you guys do too. And we'll find out who our first 20 poster holders are. Poster winners. For the first 20 players. Get in there now. And here we got us a banjo themed puzzle. So if you turn up the audio on this one, you'll get some nice banjo music and sounds. Be like a late 90s Mazda commercial. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I remember that. We will do Grubfish next. After that, we'll do Quest 3 and the Secret Break, both of which do not last nearly as long. So, we're starting to get closer to the end of the stream. Shout outs to everybody that solved this puzzle. And it looks like we got 23 people in here now. Well done! So we have our 21st players. I just completely skipped that puzzle after I solved it, but you'll see some nice banjo imagery there. Thanks everybody for playing. I hope that maybe you were 19th and 20th. And I'll find that out while you guys are grub-dub-dubbing. Banjo was the password. Oh, it was already unlocked. Okay. Yeah, once you have a password inputted, it's going to say you already have it unlocked and it's inside your feed then. As soon as you unlock a password game, it shows up in your normal feed like it's public. So yeah, if you didn't know that. I will be Lego building tonight on stream in my Halloween costume too. Wow, cool. This is my idea of a Halloween costume. A funny hat and a green shirt so my head floats. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and join the grubbers. Join the grubbers. The floating head is fun for sure. Do you guys like this look to keep? I mean, I'm not gonna keep wearing this hat. It's it's kind of goofy. But the green shirt's kind of fun too. Boogie. Alright, get into this bad boy. After the Grubfish, I'll announce who the first 20 players were on that Quest 2 who win a poster. Then we will do Quest 3, which only takes a few minutes. And we'll do another grub. Then we'll do a secret break. Again, takes a few minutes. And we'll do another grub. And then we're right on out of here. Alright. Get in this guy. The prizes are the same. Pack of 2 sketch cards for first. Pack of 1 sketch card for 5th, 10th, 15th, and 20th. 30 people in this bad boy. Let's go ahead and do the thing. Let's do the thing. Well, good luck. Good luck!
May the force be with you.
Explosion! We see an explosion! Explosion! Trappier. I see you. Good luck! You can actually win though if you got exploded. You just need 15th or 20th or 10th. 30.99 in Quest 2. Oh! Well, you can keep trying. Yeah, boy! That's what I'm talking about. Thanks very much for everybody that stuck around and followed and perhaps knew. Much appreciated. Hope to see you on the future leaderboards and the future chats as well. All right. All right, congratulations. Congratulations, Pennybags. Pennybags managed to bag a first. You bagged the first. You bagged yourself 2 sketch cards. Utopia 780. Devera. CritterCraft Gas himself, the man, the legend himself, and Kaz PR. You guys all win a pack of 1 sketch card. If anybody ever doesn't like want them, feel free to re-gift or put it on the market. Don't bother me none. Our community will grab it from you. All right, go ahead and get into the Grubfish again for next round. And congratulations to our poster winners for Quest 2. And also, just so you guys know, the people that solve these ones during the stream, like when I reveal the passwords, you're all doing it at the same time. You're doing it on the same minute. And therefore, it's going to be luck on who becomes the first 20 because it keeps going. 21, 22, 23, 24. You're all in the same minute. So all I have to go by is my back end here. I ordered it by play date. And I'm just going by what it says. So even if you got 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, you might have been a few seconds behind, 1 minute behind, because you're all solving it at the same time, okay? That's the reason. So congratulations in order of solving it this month. Quest 2, Lemuel, Hortzman, Sean BK, Ranman, ASR 164, Donna, Bentley Johnson Jr., Fat B, Nika, Ringo, Danielle, Peli, Be Happy, Ninja Princess, Puzzle Puzzler, Lightning, Scythian, Goodwin Raff. Those were all already there. And then it looks to me like the next two, the final two, it's telling me Cody Bear and Demi Berlin. That's who it's telling me got there first. And then right after that, Lukey Lux, Caspiar Tissues, Old Mankey. All I have to do is go by my back end. That's right. I gotta listen to my back end. Back end meaning an admin portal. Lukey Lux, I mean, you were probably just... Oh, yeah, you were a minute behind. The rest of y'all were like about 1 minute behind the 20th. Demi Berlin, yep, you got the 20th. Congratulations to you. There will be more opportunity for the secret break. The secret break only has 9 plays. So that means 11 people in this stream will get a poster. 11 people. So you could get it for that one. But you got to get in there and solve it. But before that, we're going to do Quest 3. And Quest 3 has 23 players. So Quest 3 is already spoken for as well. It's the easiest one to solve. So let's just go through that real quick. How is this done? If you go back to level 5, it tells you here, Quest 3 is a phrase that needs deciphered. See level 10 for instructions. What's up, Grimace? So if we go to level 10, it says Quest 3, find the scattered items at the bottom left, these ones here, to spell out the letters of a phrase. What's up, Funkin' Crypto? Happy Halloween indeed. You like my funny Halloween hat? And my floating head? My floating head? With my green shirt? You're going to find these items. See how they're scattered. See here, this one has the letter O. Here we have a sweatshirt, has the letter R. Here we have a phone case, letter L. So basically you need to find all these ones at the bottom left, get their letters, order them in the same order that this has, and you have 3 words. You have a word up here, a 2-letter word here, and a 4-letter word here. So it's 3 words. And you would be getting all these letters by finding the items. So it's not that hard to do, but most people would write them down. Every month's quest has a different type of item. So this time we had merch break items. Merchbreak.com is not available anymore. It went down last month, but we will be selling some more merch on our website in the near future. If anybody wanted merch to buy, we don't do these as prizes anymore. 2 years ago, we had these as prizes as well. So we did a lot more at that time. That's why here Genie Uphold says, thank you for ConsumerBreak for my sweatshirt. I love it. That's one of our fans from back then. We have kind of a different fan base now than we did then, because in 2020 we had a bunch of cash prizes and it was all investor supported, and whenever the cash money stopped, a lot of people dropped off because they were there for the money and they weren't there for fun. But some people stuck around. Shout outs to Puzzle Puzzler. who's our awesome mod now, has stuck around since 2020 as a fan. Same thing with Randman. Same thing with a few others. And then we started our wax stuff this year. So now we're fully focused wax and we have NFT prizes. So anyway, just a little background. That's why a lot of these fans that you see, like on that Halloween puzzle, they're no longer with us. Maybe they'll be back one day. Maybe they'll be back. So anyway, without finding all the letters and writing them down for you, I'm just going to tell you the answer, okay? Because I just told you how to solve it. You just compile all the letters, you put them here, and you get your 3-word phrase. So, without further ado, that 3-word phrase, and once again, we already have 23 players, so the posters are already all done for, but you can solve it and get yourself sketch cards. All right? That phrase is Circle of Life. Circle of Life. And you want to use all 3 words in the password, including spaces. So if you go here, private game entry, do Circle of Life, like that, with spaces, all 3 words. The geometry of life, indeed. Indeed. And here's what our puzzle will look like. 30.99 is really good. You're especially for a new person. You are on the way to becoming a shark. That's what I like to call people that are that good. Sharks. So keep practicing and you will be a shark. Because most people that are new start out at like a whole minute. 60 seconds, 70 seconds. And they start working their way better. And then 45 is more like average. 40 is already above average. Here we have a puzzle with a bunch of animals for Circle of Life. So if you're scoring below 35, you're already really good as a new person. And if you keep it up, get the hang of it, get some muscle memory going on, you'll get there. Also, it helps to memorize the pictures. So what people like to do is they solve their first one, however long it takes, like I'm doing right now, taking my time here. Taking my time. Like that. And then you can like study that image the best you can. Memorize where the stuff is. Memorize the colors of the borders, the multicolors, because that helps you know where to put the border colors. And then that's going to help you. So in your remaining attempts, now I have 9 more attempts and I know what the picture is. Obviously, that's really good for our collab sponsors as well. They love it when you memorize their ads. So that's kind of the idea behind the branded puzzles. They're puzzle advertisements, but they're very engaging. They're fun. They have prizes, and they get you to engage with the content on the puzzle. And then, of course, we do our AMA live stream where we do a deep dive of the project as well and do screen sharing, demos, and answering questions. So that's really cool. So for Quest 3, we now have 28 players. Congratulations. Everybody that solved it will be getting a pack of sketch cards dependent on your score, and it depends when the games end. So we still have almost a whole day to go on these. It says 22 hours. So whenever that ends, that's when I'll process a leaderboard and go by your score. So you have until that time to try to get a better score with all your attempts, all right? That's how that works. That's how that works. And with that, let's just do a whole nother Grubfish. Go ahead and join. Go ahead and join. And then after this Grubfish, we'll do the secret break where there will be a poster race. And then another final grub, and then a raid. Actually, I'll also do a little tiny bit of housekeeping as well at that time. What we have going on. Because our skate coin puzzle also has a bounty block, which has been shilled here too. Thanks to Puzzle Puzzler, an awesome, amazing mod who shills links based on what I talk about. So at any point you see links that are of interest to you, throw them on into another tab, Maybe check them out later. And that bounty block actually has prizes of Metazine issues from Skatecoin, which is a really, really good prize. And it also has 12 pack of sketch cards from our collection. So you could potentially win a 12 pack all in one pack from the bounty block. And that's really cool. And we do have a link for that. Would have been here sooner, but I had to take the kids trick-or-treating. That's all well and good. Could you get me the break pass later after stream? Yeah, I will. I will after the stream. I'll look into that. I'll see if I can fix that drop. We'll see what's going on with that. All right, but we're not quite done yet. Let's join the grub. I guess I'm just gonna look at it right now real quick. This is our bounty block. What was our code on that, BB? Yeah, so there you go. And we have big prizes here. Metazine issue number 3 and number 4. These ones, they're like, we saw it on the AMA on Thursday. They're like Web3 magazines that have a whole bunch of claim links inside them. So if you win this, you can open up this Metazine on the Skatecoin website and you'll have access to a whole bunch of drops, like 50 or so NFTs. So that's really awesome. And then also we have our 12 pack. So that's awesome for our collection. You get ahead with 12 sketch cards. And to enter these, all you have to do is these different things. I mean, just follow our socials, download the app for a nice big dose of entries. And if you hold some NFTs as well, you get some entries there. All right. Let's go ahead and move forward with a grub. Grub-a-dub-dub. And if you attend our Thursday AMAs, I do prizes from a bunch of different collections on all the grubfish. So on Thursday, I mean, we're going to have good ones. It'll be Blockchain Brawlers, Warsaken, Faded Matsuda, some Pinup Warlords, some Colonized Mars. These are all prizes that will be going out on Grubfish on Thursday with our AMA with Blockchain Brawlers. So that's a good stream to hit up if you're into various projects. And I can also learn about the projects too at that time. Alright, I'm going to pull up. I'm just going to do this here. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. Alright, let's hit it. Let's hit the grub. Good luck. Good luck! Explosion! Some folks just want to see the world burn. Not really, because you can win at 15th or 20th place. So I suppose it could be strategy to see how many grubs there are. If you see there's 20 of them, explode, you might be the 20th person. But good luck on that. Good luck on that kind of strategy.
May the force be with you.
Good luck. All right. Congratulations. Chucky 0644, you got a pack of 2 sketch cards. Jehu Leader once again. Grimace, Be Happy, and Fat Boy B. You all got a pack of 1 sketch card. Congratulations. Congratulations. All of these go out by tomorrow. I'll check them all out later on tonight, by tomorrow. Let's sign up for one final Grubfish. Let's sign up for one final Grubfish. The secret break is next. 11 slots are open for the first 20. So we will definitely have some poster winners here. Some new poster winners from the stream. So absolutely get ready for a password, because this is also going to be very quick. You missed all the good fun. Hey, you can still enter the password games though. So you got the Halloween one that's over there, right? For the stream. And then you got the other ones. What did we have? Quest 1 was Swing. And then Quest 2 is Banjo. So here, I'm just going to write them in real quick. Halloween, Swing, Banjo, and then we had Circle of Life. Those are your passwords so far. You got one more to go. And every one of those password puzzles will give you a pack of sketch cards, even if you weren't here during the stream. So Funkin', go ahead and solve those bad boys. We'll also announce these in Discord after the stream's over. So it's open game for anybody. But for those posters, you had to be the first 20, and that includes people here on this stream. So before I move on to the secret break, let's see who got our Quest 3 posters. Who solved it before we got to the stream. So well done to all these people. They got there during the month. A number of them still from today too. So I guess there's some people that just went and did it today. They're like, I'm going to get there before those streamers do. Right? Alright, congratulations! The first 20 players of Quest 3. They get themselves a random epic poster. Cody Bear, Lemuel, Nika, Horstman, Sean BK, Old Mankey, ASR, Donna, Randman, Scythian, Peli, Bentley Johnson Jr., Be Happy, Wolf Lakey, JGR, Fat B, Ringo, Puzzled Puzzler, Ninja Princess, and High Riser. And that's there, you got it. They got them solved by October 27th. And then beyond that, we have some more. Danielle, Lightning, Goodwin, Anime Dan, Lukey Lux, Tissues, Caspiar, Funkin', Demi Berlin. Thank you all for solving. And congrats, you all get sketch cards. Now you can just work on your score until tomorrow, until the games are over, for all the password games. Until the games are over, work on trying to get a better score. If you're at above 40, try to get below 40. If you're between 30 and 40, try to get below 30, which is difficult, but it's absolutely doable. Our sharks do it every time. I can do it every time as well, below 30. It just takes some practice, and within 10 attempts. It doesn't mean we do it on our first attempt, but within 10 attempts, the sharks do it below 30. Now, below 25, below 23, like ASR and Super Dud, now those are like top sharks that I can't do either, but they are possible. We have seen video of them doing it in 20 seconds before. You have to get them exactly right. No fudging of any kind. Almost have to do them like at the same time. It's like it's so quick that it looks like they're moving the next piece while the first one's still attaching. It's really crazy. The puzzle players are really crazy. ASR broken the sound barrier before. Yeah, we haven't seen Living for Lovin' in a while. I don't know where she went off to. She hadn't been playing in a while. But Super Dud kind of took her place. Super Dud and ASR are always one-on-one up there, which is fun. Alright, let's find out what our secret break is. Then we'll do a grub. And then we'll raid on out of here. Appreciate everybody that's here. Yeah, wish her well. Yep. Appreciate everybody here and hope you stick it out to the raid. If you have any questions, if you're new, hope to see you continue solving puzzles. Like I said, we have a new P2E game every week. We also have a new collab game every week. I'm also going to have a P2E fan picks game going up this week. Tomorrow, actually. A fan picks game. So that's going to be cool. Puzzles that have photos that fans submitted in Discord. And then every month we do this quest break. So the November one will go live in like a week or two. When the community gets set up a head-to-head, we actually have a head-to-head. So far we've done it like once a season. We are going to have another 1 vs. 1 at the end of the season, December 18th. That's with me to still pick who. I've already contacted a couple, but it's not completely certain. But it will happen. Anybody that wants to do a head-to-head on their own, though, we can maybe line something out. Anyway, let's finish this guy off. Secret break. It says right here, all clues lead to either another clue, a dead end, or a password. One random clue from all the images uncovers a password that unlocks the secret break puzzle in just one step. In just one step. There's really not much strategy to figuring this one out. The only strategy there is to first solve quests 1 and 2, and then go through the images and start picking clues. And it's going to be one that you did not solve for quest 2 already, because that's what you already did. And it's going to be one that's not a dead end. So basically you just got to start solving clues until you stop hitting dead ends. And whenever you get to a spot that has no dead end or next clue, you know you're somewhere that's important. Oh, we got commands for everything. Yeah, we do. Puzzled's on it. Puzzle makes the commands. Absolutely. Kills it. So for example, let's look through here. Let's see if we can find a clue that wasn't used, right? So, tiptoeing on ice. Here's a clue that wasn't used in quest 2. Tiptoeing on ice. So I would find ice. Right here. Tippy toes on ice. See that? Tiptoe on ice. But that's a dead end. See that? So you're going to only get dead ends or the correct clue. So, without further ado, I'm going to point to the correct clue that's supposed to open the secret break. And then I will go to the spot where it is, and we will learn the password. And as soon as I say the password, I want you all to input it and solve it as fast as you can. Because we're going to have 11 poster winners here in this stream, okay? So here we go. Y'all ready? Here we go. This clue right here. Right here. Do you see it? Right below level 13. The clue says, the tower points the way. This clue here says, the tower points the way. Now, if we were to find something, now there is a tower up here, right? There's a tower. But how does that point the way? That's, where would the password be for that? Or a dead end, you know? Where's the spot for the tower points the way? Keep looking, oh, look at that. This sign says the tower. This sign right here, it says the tower, and it has an arrow too. The tower points the way. It's pointing at a spot that has no dead end. So what is that? If you don't know, then that would be a little stumbling block. But this is called a gazebo. A gazebo. That's your password. Go ahead and input it. Gazebo. Secret break. The clue was the tower points the way. Secret break. The answer is gazebo. See, the tower pointed the way. There you go. One clue, one answer. So I'm going to go ahead and solve it. And when we get back, we'll see if we hit 20 people. Secret break unlocked. Boom. Boom. And here we see a gazebo themed puzzle. So we got some gazebo photos and facts on there. How about that? Still surprised you got that one, huh? You figured it. You're one of the 9. Who figured out the secret break without this walkthrough? Well done for you. I must say that there are a few people that were here in 2020 and 2021 too. So some people might have just remembered, and I guess they got a they got an advantage there. But please say you were quick enough. Well, we're gonna find out. Oh, you're definitely quick enough. You're definitely quick enough because we're only at 16. That's what I'm talking about. So keep solving. Keep solving. Password is gazebo. Anybody that has not solved gazebo, get in here because you still can. Get in here because you still can. Maybe we don't even have enough people in here to do it. If that's true, then I'll just announce the passwords in Discord and whoever gets there gets there. But you guys get in there first. I started by going through each image and making notes on all clues I knew I had not used, then went back through them and marked them all off. So you started, yeah, and you were finding dead ends too? That's about the only way to do it. That's how people have been doing it. Unless they just stumble on it. If they just pick a clue and it's like, oh, they just find it inside Quest 2. Sometimes that happens too. And then others just remember it from last year. Oh, there you go. I guess you guys were solving. I guess you were solving. We've hit 20. In fact, we're at 20. So it looks like the people that are solved right now are the poster winners. For the secret break, you don't know where to start. That's the whole shtick about it. You're going to want to start on Quest 1 and 2. And then you just go through them. There is no place to start. You have to just go through clues that you have not answered. Start answering them. Here's what's up, Anime Dan? Multitask. Alright, now we got some more people. Alright. So, we're going to do a grubfish. We're going to find out who the first 20 were. And then we'll raid. So, monthly, there's always Quest 1, 2, 3, and Secret. Yes. Yep. The secret break only started a couple months ago, so before that it was only 3 quests. But yeah, they all have 3 quests and a secret break, and also every quest every month has the puzzles that have clues on them as well. So this month was the first one that we did that actually, but they will continue like that every month. You'll have those 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B along the way to have your next clue on them. And once again, if you ever get stuck, like once I have November up and you get stuck on a clue, just go right in here into the channel. Alright? We're all about helping. And basically, you just put in what clue you're stuck on. Just whatever you're stuck on. And I'll point you to the next clue. So that way you're not just stuck on a clue. Now, if you're just asking for the secret break like Fat B here, I don't know if I can do that because it's a spoiler. That's why we have the stream. But as far as like Quest 1 and 2, and it's a big string of clues, just ask in there. We'll point you to the next one. It's no problem. Appreciate people that are trying to do these because they are hard. Okay? Alright, I think we're done with that. Let's get back in the grubs. 16 people in here. Let's do a final one. Everything's solved. Fantastic. Can you fix the app so that after you type the password and unlocks? After type gazebo, it took me to a previous puzzle by then. Say what? I'm not sure what you're asking, Tissues, but we'll consider it. If you type in a password, it unlocks that puzzle. That puzzle goes onto your home feed. I mean, if you're unlocking a password while you're solving another puzzle, it's going to go to that one. It's going to forfeit. So, I mean, you got to solve what you're solving first. But we're always down to consider tweaks. Now, any kind of tweaks to the app itself, like the actual app, requires code work, and that's gonna be, it's gonna take a much longer time to make any kind of changes to the app. But any kind of feedback to the content, like the puzzles, the content, the prizes, suggestions of collabs, suggestions of how to do our collection, anything like that, very happy to consider. It's just hard to make tweaks to the app because development is outsourced and they're already behind on other things. And it's not gonna be right away if it's a tweak to the app. So I can't just go to Discord and ask, hey, which is the second to last clue for Quest 2 again? Nope. You're gonna have to just ask which clue you're on. Hey, but what'd that grub do? Alright. Yeah, let's do a final grub fish and then raid on out of here, okay? Alright. Raid, my friend. Love the floating head. Yeah, a little Halloween action. I had a Halloween background when we started. Somehow it got deleted along the way. Yeah, so let's do a grub and then we're going to raid. I was just looking at who's on just now, that's all. Alright, so first place gets a pack of 2. 5th, 10th, 15th, and 20th get a pack of 1 sketch. Those sketch cards can blend into base cards. 5 of the same sketch gets its base card. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and do the thing. A good luck! Oh, good luck! Good luck! Yeah, for next month, we will have a November QuestBreak, yeah. But I've yet to get it all set up and upload it. I don't get to it in the first week of the month, so give it a week or maybe 2 weeks, and it'll be back, and we'll announce it and everything. So if you're in our Discord, you'll catch all of our announcements. And we got a lot of other stuff coming up too. So you'll see all that. What? Okay. Alright. Spin, turn, dodge! Explode! What you gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna do a really quick rundown after this of, oh, I didn't do, I need to announce the poster winners as well. Of what we got coming up. It won't take long at all, and then we're gonna raid, alright? Congratulations! Silent One! You got a pack of 2 sketch cards. Dairy Milk Cabral! You got another pack of 1 sketch card. Lemuel again! Utopia again! And Scythian. You guys get a pack of 1 sketch card. All the packs will be delivered by tomorrow. And every single pack also gets a 0.05% chance of a shiny creature. Congratulations, congratulations. Congratulations, congratulations. Yeah, I figured I'd wear a funny hat and a floating head for the spirit of Halloween today. Which did go better with my Halloween background, but whatever. We still have, oops, we still have a skull down there. Alright, let's announce the poster winners. And then get ready to raid. Appreciate everybody here. This is, normally I stream Wednesdays, Thursdays, Trivia Wednesdays, AMA Thursdays. And then at the last day of the month, that's when we do these QuestBreak walkthroughs. Alright. Let's see what we got. Boom. Boom. Oh yeah, so I guess, yeah, to be clear, whenever November QuestBreak goes up, it's going to be up on a game, and that website, the Quest website, will be updated with all the new picks. So you'll be able to download all your images again there on the same site. Yeah, a lot goes into Quest breaks, absolutely. And guess what? We have one for every single month. So there's no shortage for all you new people. We have 12 of them, one for every month of the year. Here back in 2020, saw those already, but now we have all these new fans, so we started rerunning them. And that's what's up. And we got one for every month. I think one of them, we'll see. I think November. Oh, shoot, that's next month. We'll see what it looks like. I've had several hard drive crashes in the past years. I've been at this for a while. So it really sucks when a hard drive crashes, like I drop it, usually. And then it has a bunch of stuff on it like QuestBreak images. That kind of sucks, but we'll see what it looks like. Alright, I'm figuring out the poster winners right now. Alright. To unlock Quest 1, you do QuestBreak November. Yeah, whenever November QuestBreak goes up, you'll have all 15 images. The same as today. So you will go to level 5, and that'll be your starting point. It'll be all new picks. All new picks. But it won't be ready. It won't be ready yet. So let's get through. Hey, the Broom Sage with a gift! Congrats to Grimace. Thanks for the gifts of the Broom Sage. Thank you very much for the support. Appreciate. Appreciate. Broom Sage is my roommate. He also helps me with trivia. So, yeah, appreciate Trivia Helper. All right, here we go. In order of the first, in order of solving the secret break, we have Horseman, Donna, Randman, Bentley Johnson Jr., Nika, Ninja Princess, Puzzle Puzzler, Lightning, Scythian, and I think all the rest are from this stream. I could be wrong, but congratulations to Lemuel, Cody Bear, Caspiar, Grimace, Lucky Lux, Be Happy, Tissues, Funkin' Crypto, Anime Dan, Demi Berlin, and Old Mankey. And once again, sorry guys, you all solved it at the same exact time there. So I also see Fat B and Silent One. But you guys were a hair late, it looks like. That's what it looks like. I know it looked like that earlier. I know that I was like, oh, so if you're at the 20 leaderboard spots, you made it. And I know Fat B, you were there, but people were there like all at the same time. So like when I refreshed, it went over 20, and so I'm just going by my hind end. All right, that's all I can go off of. That's how it goes. Okay, so there's your poster winners. We're gonna raid somewhere next. Appreciate everybody that was here. I just want to shout a couple of reminders. So we have our Skate Coin collab going on right now. You can enter this thing to potentially get some big prizes. There's really not that many people that have either. I mean, I know there's a lot of entries because that's just how the entry counts are. But there's only 40 people that entered the giveaway. So there can be a lot more. Like that's a good odds of winning something with 2 winners too. And make sure to solve the Skate Coin puzzle as well. The Blockchain Brawlers puzzle and a new bounty block goes live on Thursday. And we have something called a double play meaning if you solve 2 consecutive collabs in a row, you will enter to win $5. So if you solve Skatecoin and then you also solve Blockchain Brawlers next week, then you will enter to a spin wheel for $5. And then that will be done on the next Thursday live stream. So we're doing a lot of stuff. If you solve all the puzzles, you have your greatest chance of winning stuff. And aside from that, we got our Wednesday trivia in 2 days. We got our Thursday AMA. Next week we got an AMA with Drawn Company, but it's going to be flipped because he can't do Thursday or the whole weekend. He's going to be at Comic-Con. So next week we're actually going to do the AMA on Wednesday and the trivia on Thursday. But just keep tabs on the schedules, and you'll see what's going on and whatnot. And then only like a few weeks away, like 3 or 4 weeks away, there's Digicon. And we're doing a lot of cool stuff with there. We're going to have a booth. A lot of other projects have booths, and we're going to do that raid train of moving from booth to booth. That's going to be interesting. A lot of the booths are also streaming. So they'll be raiding like the Twitch streams for the events. Why don't we raid somewhere different, y'all? Somewhere different. Let's just say hi, okay? We have a friend, someone local here that does Twitch streams in Charleston. And it's not crypto, it's Dungeons and Dragons right now. But Scotty asked if we could raid them for fun. Let's just do that and say hi, okay? You don't have to stay there. There's other people that you can also go to, okay? But I just want to say hi to them. They are local here in Charleston. I've never seen them stream before, but they're live right now. So, all right. And they are called Board Game House. So that's where we're going to go. Board Game House. Say hello. Maybe say where you're from. Say hi from something, because they're all in West Virginia. And I think they'll get a kick out of it. Okay? They're dressed as their D&D characters. Okay? Cool. So thanks everybody that's been here. I'm not going to wear this funny hat every time because I normally wear a cap. But I kind of dig the green shirt. The floating head. We'll see. I might do that more outside of Halloween. And yeah, and join our Discord, especially if you're new, to keep tabs of what's going on. We're having the Trivia Wednesday, the AMA on Thursday. Yeah, I'll get you the Break Pass. Anybody else that wants a Break Pass, I'm going to try to fix that link, see what's wrong with it so you'll be able to buy it. We also do drops, so we have drops every weekend for the next few weeks. Promo drops. So if you look at NFT blocks, do a shout out NFT. Is there one for that? Nope. Well, there's our website, and the links are all there. But at NFT blocks, we have promo drops that I didn't even cover earlier. But if you collect all the promo drops, there's going to be 10 of them, and they're only 0.1 wax, so super cheap. Each week there's 2 drops. If you collect all 10 of them, you'll be able to blend them all into a badge. And badges, and it's all on the website too. Badges will also stake and give a spin wheel entry, and a badge will also blend into a pack for next season in January. And also, one more shout before we actually raid. We're about done. Actually, I'm going to cancel because I'm going to do it again. Talking too much. Alright. If you go in here to CS4 Creature Poll, you'll be able to vote for your favorite creature. And this poll ends tomorrow. Your favorite creature, the top 5 will be made into cards for next season in January. So that's going to be really cool. But the 5th creature is tied. So there's a number of them that are tied with 8 points. And I think we're just going to see how it ends up tomorrow. And then we're probably going to do a second poll only with those tied ones to try to determine those. But if you have not voted yet, go into there and vote for your favorite creatures, and you might make the difference before tomorrow. Okay? It all ends tomorrow. And our next season starts in January. It will be using those creatures that we made. Okay? So with that, if you have any more questions, just holler at Discord and keep up with things there. Okay? I'm gonna Just noticed honey badger. Yeah, there's different things in there. They're mostly cryptids, but you can vote for any of them, okay? So with that, it's been fun and it's been real. I'm Breakman, and I'm gonna leave you with Board Game House, who's a local Twitch channel who will get a kick out of us coming in there, and they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, okay? So with that, let's go ahead and let's raid.